What's up, people? My name is Laiwam, and welcome back to Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders. So we are now going to Donald and talk with him if he wanted to meet her.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind.
Okay.
I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
But I don't think that he did it. So let's just go back to the shop and we will see what will happen. Seems to be upset, yeah, because she's dead.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
Not very well, I think.
Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be at the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Let's look at him.
This man looks suspicious. Donald Fraser is in a terrible state.
Yes,
as if
he is.
Hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Leave me alone.
Why are you now saying leave me alone?
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
So let's see, ask if he saw her yesterday. Did Betty only ever did as she pleased? Ask what would have happened if she would listen to him.
If she had listened to you, she would
see.
still be alive. Should I take that to be a confession?
With that sort of thinking, you must send a lot of innocent men to prison. Under different circumstances, I might even find you amusing, sir.
It's no time for amusement, Mr. Fraser. It is time to find your fiance's killer. Did you know what her plans were for the evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
And you believed her?
And why not, sir? She was my fiancée.
That did not stop her from lying to you before. Betty was not a bad girl, but she did like to take advantage of her success with men.
How dare you sully her memory?
Inform him that there is a killer to find. Apologize for having been abrupt. No.
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Yes.
Of course I don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain. When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town. When I didn't find her, I went to the next town. But nothing. I must have got home about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see you?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
Okay.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's
Chief
young
Inspector.
man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector.
Okay, return to the crime scene. Okay, why should I return now to the crime scene? I thought we saw everything. Or is the
Fraser doesn't have
body
an alibi
gone?
and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
Oh
I
gosh, how
can't
did it
imagine how
happen?
the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
Oh god, Reconstruction. Oh gosh.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss
Yes?
Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both
Probably.
of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
No, advance. It was number
Both of them
6.
walk slowly to hut number 6.
Yes.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Why? Advance, remove the belt, attack. Oh gosh. No.
They keep
What?
walking. Then she removes her belt.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything
Yes.
appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened. Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by timing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
Yeah, probably she knows who the murderer is.
Jap has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad
Great.
idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, no.
Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Oh gosh.
Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge.
Yes.
He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
Specified that it is the 30th today. Oh my gosh, it is.
Hastings, today is the 30th.
No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Maybe it's someone from Scotland Yard? Oh gosh, it's really hard to say. But let me just look.
In his haste, Hastings tore the envelope.
Okay, what's this? So
Poor
that's...
Mr. Poirot. Not so good at this little...
Stop it. So that's his. What do we got here? What's this? Not know at Wirehouse Mansion and White Horse or try White Heron Mansions. Oh gosh, I can't read this. What's this? Bureau? White Horse Mansion. London 1935. What's on the back? What's on the back? Nothing? Okay. Nothing. So where's the phone? Oh, can I call with the phone? There's an alligator, okay. Newspaper doesn't interest me, so there's the phone. Let's
Hello,
call
chap.
him.
We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Cheston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
Do I need to sit down or... I don't know.
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry! We have to get to Churston before the murder!
It's true. Point out that order is essential. Oh, not in this case, I would think.
You're right, Hastings. It is an emergency.
At last, Poirot, you're being reasonable.
Let's just put
Poirot,
up...
you were right.
About what?
I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning. After the murder.
Damn it.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find. The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay.
Yes.
All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
Oh gosh. It will be we found a body. Or something like that. Don't like this.
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
Oh gosh. Looks really beautiful. Nice. Really nice. So he was killed. Oh no, not at home. Okay. And there's
The
also...
victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears
Probably.
that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon.
Yes, we need to investigate. But I will now end this episode here. So, the post office made a mistake, so that the letter came 3 days too late. So because he is now famous, everything stays in the news. So we got A, B, and C. So who name is with a D now? I would just lock myself at home and not going out for a few days, a few weeks. I don't know. I wouldn't go out for anything. No, I don't know. It would scare me a lot. But anyways, thanks for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.